I would actually love for you to come on the show. Remote living gringo was good, man.
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Talk to us, bro. Right now, you were Agent 007, man. I want to hear the motivation because when I first started watching your channel, it seemed like you were defending Passport Bros. Now you're going at Passport Bros. I just want to understand why the switch up.
Yeah, I mean, so really, I mean, first, thanks for having me on, and you can, if you want to thank anyone, Capo, let me know about the live. So I just dropped over to see what you guys are doing, but it's this simple, man. Like, when I started making content, for one, I never had any intention of making content, right? When I
Mm.
seen Capo get deported, and I seen the guy flopping around like a fish in Calle Diez, and no one doing anything about it, and then Eric losing his life, I just got really pissed off, and I made a post, and it went viral. So I said, hey, you know what? If I'm going to complain about something, maybe I should do something about it. And, so I started talking about the women that are drugging guys, right? But here's the thing, my content has always been about behavior. But you're right. I never had any of the Passport Bros really on the radar, right? Even though I think some of the stuff that y'all, and when I say y'all, I don't necessarily mean you, is stupid. Just being honest, you guys that are grown ass men sharing sex videos with each other, stupid. That's what I did when I was 16. But regardless, I didn't have anything to say about it. And but what happened is a group of guys. See, I never even tonight. I'm getting messages from guys asking me why I'm not going after this person. I don't even know who half of you guys are. Right? People are sharing stuff with me that are tired of it. Right? Someone started sharing stuff about Melvin Dibbs to me, like a group of like three guys. Like, hey, this guy and just ridiculous. You got to say something. And I was like, whatever. You know what? All these people are sending to me. I'll say something. So I said something about Melvin, right? And then what happened is a group of guys came into a WhatsApp group, right? Band up together to get my account shut down. Okay, thought that was funny. And then on top of that, Melvin decided that he was going to go and try and harass my wife. And you cross line, right? That now it's like, you know what? I was gonna just, be on my way and get back to what I was doing. But if you guys want to kind of act like that, I'll just come after all of you now. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So that's the motivation. I'm not a Fed, bro. I got a criminal record. I'm not a Fed, right? I have my motivation is simple with me, with my family, then I'm going to come after you. It's that simple. So I'm going to continue just to expose behavior. The women that are drugging guys will get called out. The guys that are doing goofy stuff. Look, I got to go on my TikTok tonight and see a woman that see me with my son call me a pedo. I'm sick, just like so many other guys are. And then I see in your thread where guys are talking about I'm targeting black guys. I'm not targeting black guys. But let's just call it what it is. Look at all the streams. Look at all the Facebook groups. Look at all that's going on. They happen to be oftentimes led by black guys, where the single white guys are doing the. We get them, I expose them too. So I'm an equal opportunity guy, man. If it's a girl that's drugging someone or if it's a guy doing stupid stuff at this point. So, but in terms of the Passport Bros, this started when, hey, a group of Passport Bros asked me to call guys out. I called a guy out. And then you tried to come after me. You try to go after my family. So now you get that now, and that's where we're at.
Well, yeah, so like I said, I've been following you for a while. You never had smoke for Passport Bros up until I saw you were going back and forth with them. So let me ask you this question because you seem like a pretty smart guy. You don't think any part of you is kind of being like weaponized against other people? Like, prime example, maybe I don't like men tuition. Let me send you a bunch of and tell you to, just to get that excitement. You don't think there's no part of you that like people are like trying to manipulate the situation like for entertainment?
Absolutely, they are 100%. Like I said, right? I don't even know. I even remember when the first time I heard about you, like you were like making a video, like maybe like I heard about your show from someone else telling me. Tonight I'm walking home, they're like, "Yo, why are you calling out men tuition, man? When there's this guy and that, people are feeding me people all the time, right? So I'll just look into it. But at this point, like, hey, I'm working with the mayor. B, like he has a plan. I'm trying to help him out at it. Like we're already deep enough into it now where we're just gonna keep going and finish what needs to be done. But yes, people are trying to use me, right, to play their game. That's what I told the guy tonight. Hey, you asking me what I'm doing? What are you doing? Are you calling anybody out, or are you just in my DMs waiting for me to call out whoever you need called out?
But see, what's the actual benefit of calling people out when, like I said, you live here in Medellin and you know that there's heavy sex commerce here that's probably led more by the Colombians than foreigners? So
Mhm.
why go after the passport bro YouTubers when there's really no, like, there's no real change happening here on the ground?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, A, there is change happening on the ground. B, like the sex tourism isn't even the problem. And that's what guys don't seem to understand. That there is no issue with guys going and paying for. I don't even about guys paying for sex. I've made it clear. I've done it in the past, bro. I'm not some guy going out trying to blast guys for things that I've done. What the government does not want, what the locals do not want, is people glorifying it, exploiting people, bringing into the light what's supposed to be in the dark. You're a grown ass man. Shut up about paying $100 for a hooker, bro, and act right. Like that's what they're tired of, and it is going to get shut down. So like the sex trade will continue here. Who is allowed to partake in it? That is what's changing.
Right. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was just saying. Like basically what I see is happening here is the locals can buy bread, but if you as a foreigner come here to buy bread, that's where the problem starts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, look, they got something that was made for them. Some of them are priced out of some of these girls now. Then they got all these guys throwing parties, making money about it, like doing all like just like basically treating this like a playground. Like they're gonna come in here and start treat some of the local people are just tired of all of it, man. And it's very simple. Like anyone that just says, "Hey, put this in reverse. Let's go to my neighborhood," and a bunch of foreigners start showing up, doing all. How would I feel about it? And anybody that could be honest with themselves would be that I'm having no part of that.
See, the reason I can't really come with smoke for you is because I understand, right? And especially because I'm here, I try to act like it wasn't that, but I do see how for every regular guy that comes down here and does his thing, you have a guy that's insanely obnoxious about it. But at the same time, what I can't seem to look past is that this is a season, right? It's a season of let's be hard on the content creators, the people that's coming here to take advantage, the guys that are glorifying sex work. It's a season. Last year, I don't know how long you've been in Medellin. Last year, they were really heavy on the let's try to protect the children, right? You got foreigners coming here and abusing the children. This year, it's okay. You guys are coming here and you're taking advantage of the women. It's always a political motive, and there really is no real stopping it, right? Because what would be very easy is make sex work illegal for foreigners, and you solve the problem. That doesn't happen. Shut down Parqueyeras. You don't shut it down, but you harass people all day there. So it's like they keep slapping a Band-Aid on the bullet wound, but they're posting it like they're really making a move. And now this is what I'm going back into, that conversation of narco culture where you're trying to pretend you're not a drug dealer, but you are one. Not saying that they are, but you're trying to pretend like there isn't an agenda here, but you're gonna paint it as something else. It's kind of like when Pablo tried to become like a politician. It's like, bro, you can't. You feel like your hands are too dirty. So it's like, what's the real fix then? Because
I think the city is actually telling people what they want. Like there's sometimes you just can't come out and say the thing, because remember especially the mayor here, he serves the people of Colombia, the people of Medellin, right? He don't serve the tourists, right? They want the tourism, they want the money, right? They want all just to stop. It is really a simple thing, man. If guys just stop posting, if they stop doing all this, right, they could come and experience all of this, and the city wouldn't give them a hard time. You'd have a great time. The city would be happy. You would be happy. Everyone would be good. Like, it really is that simple. Like, I know the thinking behind it, man. And like, they don't even want to get rid of content creators. He is going to use content creators to create a different narrative for the city. That is what's going on right now, right? So they don't even want the content to go away. They want the specific stuff that's going on that everybody knows about, like that is just, there's no place for it to be gone. And they're going to do whatever they have to stamp it out. It is going to go away, right? That it's going going to happen, man. But they don't want everything else to go away. They want the city to be safer, because here's what they want. They want more investors here. They want more entrepreneurs here. They want more money to come into this city, right? And the only way that happens if it has an image that it is safer than it is right now. That does not happen if what's going on right now continues. So they have to stop it, right? But they want both, right? They want the investors, entrepreneurs, the money, and they want the sex tourism too. If they said anything different, it wouldn't be true, right? But they want the stupid stuff to stop.
So you don't think sending people back for having condoms in their backpack kind of like, it's like you're kind of like shooting yourself in the foot?
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten pretty extreme, right? I mean, where they have gotten it. I mean, because at the end of the day, having a condom wallet or whatever is just normal, like guy, being prepared when he travels. So I get that, but like that's just where they're at with it. So when I say, hey, they're sending the message, they're telling you what they want, right, and what they're doing. Like people just have to like just take it for what it is. Right, like, hey, if I come in, I show up in a group and I do this and I have condoms and I do this, they're gonna get rid of it. Just don't do it, right? And then when you get in, don't go post it, and definitely don't be filming women that don't know that you're filming them.
So now we got to get to the elephant in the room. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Maybe you are giving people their like fair shake. It looks like you've only been targeting Black passport bros.
Yeah, well, that's what people are trying to say. But here's the deal: I'll be completely transparent with you. The white guys that are the pedos, which is where you find all the pedos. If I could spend all day snuffing them out, that's what I would do, right? Because they're the most dirtiest piece of that there is. But they hide in the shadows, man. They're not in groups. They're WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups. They're not doing all of this stuff. They're not exposing themselves and putting them out there. They're much harder to find and get a hold of. And usually we're having to report on that after it happens, where I can go to militia, whatever their name is, and they have a party they're promoting in advance, and we could get it in advance. Right? It's just a nature of what's going on. There's not any look. Black guy who got me to your show tonight, man. Like, I don't target any specific race, but if people are gonna bring up the elephant in the room, then we need to address it on both sides. If we look at most of the YouTube streamers, when it comes to Colombia and Latin America, right, there's not as many white guys, especially that are hosting parties, have all these groups like that. If you look at Passport Bros Latin America, who is the admin? If you look like Passport Bro Cartel, Ron's group is, if you just start to put everything together, man, like you just have to call a spade a spade. Like I'm going after behavior. It just, there's much more of it here that I can get a hold of than with the white guys that are doing the creepy stuff, man. That's just how it is.
So some people would definitely argue that the biggest passport bros that usually, talk about women and have groups and things like that are actually white content creators, right? You got the Timmy Carters, you got the like Roberto versus the World guys who have Telegram groups as well, extremely visible, hundreds of millions of views. Mentuition hardly has over 1,000 subscribers, and even though I don't think you're racist, like I know who got you on the show. He was trying to get you on the show prior, right? Like you're tapped in with the black guys, but
it's black guys that, hey, listen, black guys are the ones that are turning in black guys. You guys have to understand that.
Oh, bro, trust me, I know that. I mean, because Kobe dude in here is black, and he done tagged migration to like 30 posts of mine. So I'm like, I know they're black guys, but you got to see when it's the white dude at the forefront.
Yeah,
like you can't think you're not gonna get that smoke, bro. It's like, come on.
I know it's coming. I get it. I understand it completely. It's not real, but I get why it's happening 100%. Bro, I own a marketing agency. I study people for a living. I get it. And especially right now. And look, when we talk about remote Roberto, listen, if you go, before all this started happening, I didn't make content, right? I seen them goofy remote Roberto doing his little scope video. He was the first dude I used to call out all the time. He's the dork out of all of them. right? Like, man, like I've called him out by name before any of the passport bros started happening. And Capo will tell you, I'll be calling out Remote Roberto's goofy ass from the very beginning. He's the biggest dork out of all of them, right? So 100%, but I've never gotten anything on his WhatsApp group, right? I get, when I get access to things that I could use, then I will. All I got with Remote Roberto is his dumbass videos where he pretends like he got scoped every day, and this dude's just half broke, needing people to hire him for tours and stuff like that. Past that, I don't got much else that I can use, right, to really come after him. But yeah, he's one of the biggest dumbasses out here.
So let me say this to the guys in the chat. I'm gonna say this, and I 1,000% believe it. There are other black people. Sorry, Rob, right? It's Rob. Right now, bro, you are FBI 007 Rob, bro. I gotta let you know this right now. There's other black people report to him. So I don't think he's digging himself. I think so I just want y'all to understand what is going on here, right?
If I started showing you my DMs, not only are guys reporting it, like I told you, I was just walking home from the gym right before I got on with you. I got guys in the DMs yelling at me because of the order I'm reporting people. Like, guys are just coming with it, man. The one that I got today with, I didn't even never heard of them guys until today, bro. And then I just go dig, and it's like, here we go, let's go. Right. So especially, when they started coming at Mariah, me and Mariah are friends. I'm like, you know what? These guys are, hey, they're flexing on you. They're flexing on her. Well, it was their turn today. Right. But I don't even hear about any, like, I don't watch Passport Bro content, guys. I don't. Like, I don't. Even the stuff that I make after I go on, I carry on with my day. I don't go digging. It's all coming to me. And a lot of it is coming from black guys. Most of the guys that are rolling with me are black guys. 100%.
No, I know, bro. I know. So I can't call it a race thing. I just want to know more so, like, what do you get out of it? Like, what is your incentive to do this?
So right now, I mean, not a lot, but I mean, in the long run, look, I'm married to a Colombian. I have a son, and my wife is pregnant. Like, this country is home for me, right? I don't want my kids' home to be known in Coke, Pablo, coffee, hookers, and Tussie, bro, and gringo parties. I want something different, and I don't think that there's anything wrong for wanting that, man. You know what I mean? Like, and right now, as powerful as social media is, and as kids grow up, I don't want them to go on like, hey, like, our country is just made a mockery of day. Like, the only thing we're good for is $100 an hour whores, man. Like, I don't want that for my kids.
All right, so let's take a miniature detour from the Passport Bro stuff, right? How long have you been in Medellin?
2 years. So 2 years in July.
So far, since you've been here, how do you feel about the city? What's like your temperaments currently about the city?
I love Medellin, bro. I love the city, right? It's been very good to me. Look, how can I say anything bad? I got a wife, I got a son, I got a kid on the way, I got a dogs, a nice house. Like, I'd be stupid if I said that there was anything really wrong with it at all, right? It's been good. It's been good to me.
How do you feel about the Paisa mindset? Because I talk about that a lot on stream.
Yeah, I mean, the Paisa are unique people, man. Like, one thing that I have had to try to do recently, especially being married, it helps because I could talk to family, I could have like deeper conversations and actually like ask like hard questions. Like, they've had to overcome a lot, man. Right? A lot of them like have had very tough lives. They're wired different than us. Still, a lot of them are really good people. You know what I mean? But it's a very unique city, bro, in terms of, you could run into one paisa on the street that will give you the shirt off their back, right? And the next one you run into is about to rob you at gunpoint, bro. Like, it's, and it's just like, in the United States. But what I find with the paisa people, they're very resilient, right? I think that, in terms of like some of the issues that are going on with like the foreigners, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know, like they do contribute to some of it, you know what I mean? And like, as much as I'll call for like, hey, like we got to do better, like there's some things on their side that they got to do better. Like, yeah, you know what, you know what, they do very sexual things in nature. I was walking to the gym yesterday and this Colombian guy was walking up towards me. There was two girls in front of me and he just grabbed one of them, bro. Like, and she just jumped. Like, they do some here too, but then you know, they don't want to talk and engage in any kind of healthy conversation with the tourists. So like that would be like the biggest, like, if I say anything in terms of paisa, like where they are difficult at times is they don't really look to engage to try to create a healthy relationship on both sides. It's pretty much just like, you know, this is who we are, this is how we either fall in line or get out of here, which, you know, I don't
You
really like.
know,
I don't.
you don't think any part of that is just xenophobia?
Man, it's hard. Like, I think here's the other thing, man. Especially right now, you have to look at it like full circle with everything that's going on in the United States right now with immigration, right? Like,
Mhm.
us here, we become the targets. A lot of these guys here, you know, have had family that's been deported. They're dealing with stuff here. They get, you know, they see the news, they get frustrated, and then one of us walks by. We're just that target for the day. I think that there's really complex issues that people don't talk about. And that's what I've brought up before too. That's why I even try to start my podcast. Get both sides talking to each other, because if you start to communicate, we'll probably get to a much better place instead of just going back and forth with each other.
I'm gonna give you my personal opinion on this. I don't think they're gonna change. I think this is something deeply rooted in them. This is like hundreds of years old. Yeah, they're very. If you don't do shit our way, get the fuck out. They don't even try to. A lot of them don't even try to learn English. It's really only the people that really want to, like, have that mentality. Because it's not all of them. I know people want to think it's all Paisa people. I've met some extremely very trustworthy. I could leave my phone, wallet, and keys with them. I know they would give it right back with every dollar in it. You know what I mean? But then I've also met some people where they kind of have the mindset where it's like, "F you, you're a gringo," right? And my
Mhm.
thing is, I know you're working with the mayor, and for me, like I said on stream, I think a lot of your motivation is that you have family here, so you're looking at things like the sentiments towards the foreigners. I don't want that to be the sentiments towards me and my family, and this is a problem. You obviously are past that point of passport bro, travel bro. You're more so on the side, like, and I tell people this: when you settle in Medellin, you'll start understanding how they view foreigners, and they don't view foreigners very well. Just like you said, like they really have no interest in really getting to really know a foreigner, and the women that are usually just looking for money. But
Mhm.
do you think they're ever gonna see you differently? Right? Like, do you think they're
Um,
ever going to be able to accept you as one of them, or are you always just going to be an outsider?
so I don't know if I'll ever be one of them, because there's a lot of pride in like the Paisa culture, right? So, and I just like, pale ass white boy with blonde hair. Like, I'm not gonna be him, right? So, but with the things that we're working on, absolutely, I think that I'll be well received in the city, because we're working on things that are gonna create more opportunities for Paisas, to really be assets in the community here. So it's gonna take time. Remember, 2.5 months ago, I wasn't even making content. I was just living my life in my own lane, right? So, but right now, with the course, the coaching program I'm about to release and allow Colombian citizens to come in and do for free, the charity that we're rolling out, I believe that yes, I will earn the goodwill that I will find favor in this community. But no, I will never be a paisa. Like, and I don't confuse myself of that. Here's something else too. Like, something you touched on, right? I made a video a while back, you know, where I told them, like, hey, if you want to push back against the gentrification that's going on in your city, learn English, develop skills around marketing and sales. You open yourself up to the global economy, right? And they wanted to chop me down for that. Like, no, motherfucker, you learn Spanish. I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with talking to me. I'm trying to help y'all make more bread, right? Not anything. So they're very defensive, right? They like to fight, but that's what they've been doing forever. Look, they got the longest civil war that's going on in the history of a country ever, still right now. Like, they just always been fighting, and then outsiders come in, right? Start acting a certain way. So like, they just look at us as an enemy. me. It's going to take a while. I think relations can improve, but no, you, me, none of us will ever be paisa, right? Like they don't even let other Colombians that aren't from here be paisa. So sure as hell,
Yeah,
we ain't going to be one. Right.
yeah,
But I
that's
do believe that relationships can be better, but we have to be viewed as assets and valuable to them outside of just coming here, partying and paying for chicks, bro.
man. I just think that's just Medellin culture, bro. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like I've been to different places in here inside of Colombia, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever met people as shallow as I meet here in Medellin. I don't think I ever have.
Well, it's a very transactional city. It is very transactional city, right? 100%. But it's also like, hey, we a lot of tourists come here to treat it as a transactional city as well. So you just got both sides doing it. So you know there is that part, but the farther you kind of get away from some of the other stuff, man, like it does balance out some. Like I feel like I have a good life with a good family, that is so far removed from this other stuff here, right? They don't even see any of this content. They're not involved in any of this at all, right? Just living their lives, and it's different, man. So but you know, this city is unique, and it will continue to be probably transactional the way that it is. But I do believe that things can improve, right? So, and I think that it's worth trying to improve them. You know, but how far we get, I don't know, man. But what's going on right now, it can't continue to go on that way. And look, here's the thing, man. You brought it up. The guys that are bringing stuff to me are guys that are living here, right? When we talk about black guys, right? I have guys that are here that are friends that are black guys that have girlfriends, right? They take them out to dinner, and immediately everyone looks at them like, oh, here's a passport bro with an escort, right? They're tired of, man, like they want these attitudes around them to change. So you know, it's worth us trying to work on that stuff, because the guys that come here a weekend at a time, they don't deal with that we're dealing with, for those of us that live here, man.
So let's get back to mentuition, right? Was there any personal agenda or motivation behind you doing that video on them, or did you just do it because someone sent it to your DMs?
No, it's not. Well, in terms of what's personal at this point, yeah, I'm trying to shut everything down, bro. Like I say in the content, 100%. If I get access to it, they're trying to throw a sex party, we're gonna shut it down. That mission is real at this point. How I told you, when Melvin and Ron and them decided to come at me and then mess with my family, when I said now you got what you want, I mean that, right? So I'm going to work to shut it all down here. That's what we're doing.
This is what I honestly think, bro. And I'm like talking to you as I can't even say a friend, but somebody who actually really like respected when you first came into the space and you were speaking on things. I just thought that you were a ballsy ass, well, which I still think that you're a ballsy ass white guy. I think you're gonna go to war with the wrong side. I think the Pisces are never going to accept you, and it has nothing to do with you. It's more so that's just their mentality. But you're gonna burn bridges with a lot of American dudes, and I don't
Yeah.
think you are gonna shut it down. I think they're using you as a pawn in their scheme, and I think you're being fueled by the back and forth you have. Because here's how it's coming across to me, right? You might not be intentionally targeting black people, but because you had an altercation with a group of black people, therefore other black people or all black people are gonna get caught in this fire, even though you know the city is transactional, everything you do is transactional. I can have a birthday party. If I invite 5 or 4 local girls, some of them are gonna ask for money. That immediately makes it a sex party. And it's like you're like overlooking the general environment and just saying, nah, you guys are coming here and doing this stuff. This is bad. And now the mayor might work with you, migration might work with you, they might expel a few, but if you actually know the numbers, only 0.03% of the people that's coming here for sex tourism actually get turned away. They still let people into the country. $2.5 billion came into Medellin. How much of that money you think came from weekend warriors, right? So it's like when this war is all said and done, you're going to have a bigger enemy than what you need to have, and the people that you were fighting with are not going to have your side. And that's how I think you should look at the situation. Now, you don't have to take my advice personally, but I've been coming to Medellin and doing my thing here now for like 3 years, and I see how their mentality is, bro. I don't think you're going to make an ally with them. I think you're going to be used for the period that it works until it doesn't.
Look, I appreciate and I can understand what you're saying. And look, I'm gonna talk on something that look. A lot of guys try to say a lot of things when they come here, and they try to represent and be something that they're not. Okay, me working with the mayor and migration and stuff is one thing, but when it comes to being you, spit out my how I'm tied into this city is deeper than any single gringo that has ever come to Medellin. It's just that simple. You guys, I don't care if anyone what you guys have to say about it or anything like that, and it's not something that I could go deep into, but I and if I made an enemy of every single American, like I say in the videos right now, there's not a goddamn thing any of you guys can do. It really is that simple, man. It's that simple. Nobody can touch me. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way about me. Guys, I've said it multiple times. You got to think critically, man. Like, I'm married to a paisa, and I'm just going to keep it there. Like, yeah, you could be married to any paisa, right? But how is it that a gringo goes on and starts calling out, right, people that here that are drugging and robbing tourists, right? That people will be like, yo, how are you doing that? Hey, guys like Open, where they're hiding their face. How is it that I'm doing something so freely? Right? You guys all kind of jump on your high horse and you want to knock something down. But here's the deal, man. Like, I have it made very well. Like, there is at the end of this all, I'm going to be okay. Right? If people don't like me, that's fine. There's not anything that you can't get close enough to me to do a damn thing about it, man. Like, you can't. Not here. Not if I fly and I land into Mexico and there's a car waiting for me. Not if I land in the DR. Not even if I land in the United States. You can't touch me. It's that simple, man. Like, I've made it very clear for you guys, and I'm gonna make it just that clear again, man. Like, you can't touch me, man. Like, some of you, and I don't mean you, like, but some of these guys on these streams, you try to represent something, right? Where, man, like, it exists in other people's lives, man, and it's that simple. I'm not worried about a damn thing here because I have it made very, very well.
So long story short, all threatening him, y'all ain't going.
You ain't good. No. And you know what's funny? And not that it's funny. A few days ago, and you could start to ask some of them, right? Some guys try to start throwing some shade at my wife, and ask them what started to pop up in their DMs. It had nothing to do with me. There's people that are watching. There's people that have green light that I do. There's people that are watching everything, and you with me, man. You can't. And when I tell you I'll give you the address to my front door, around, I'll give you the address to my front door. You would be stupid to try to show up, but I'll give it to you.
Rob, I'm sorry. After this stream, you are FBI Rob, bro. You are untouchable, bro. You are FBI Rob, my guy.
But look, the thing is, it's not that I'm untouchable, because there are people in this city, right, on another side from another country, right? I'll leave it there, that could try to come, but they'll pay a steep price for that. Right. So I'm not untouchable. But when it comes to the Americans, absolutely, there's not a damn thing any of y'all could do. Right. It would be something here. But the people here know. That's the thing. Right. The people from the United States pretend to know things and they think they know everything. The people here know. When I first started making videos, my wife wasn't anywhere on my Instagram. How do you think they're texting my wife? How would they even know who my wife is? Right. Guys, if they just sit down a little bit of time and they put the pieces together, man, they could be like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I might not like that it gets to be him and not me, because I watched Narcos so much and I thought I was this badass when I came here and I made friends with the barber that told me he was connected, blah, blah, blah. But like, man, like, there's not, yeah, I'm not an FBI. I'm not invincible. But yeah, there's not anybody in the passport bros is to me. That's for sure.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think anybody's to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just nobody's to you. But like I said before, and I'm saying this at this point almost like a friend. Careful, bro. To build you up to hang you, and I say that to a lot of people. A lot of people pick you up to hang you by your neck. So if something happened to you, I don't think it would be a passport, bro. I think you just got to be careful, because like I said before, I think you're getting pulled into an agenda, and maybe you know this. I'm pretty, like I said, like, you're a smart guy, so you know. Yeah. But there is there's a little Bible scripture some people used to give me, because, you know, for me, I go at a lot of dudes on the internet constantly, and the Bible quote, if it means anything to you, is try to be peaceable amongst all men, right? And you don't want to create an enemy out of the passport bros because they're steeper than what you think. They spend way more money than what you think. And the motivation, sometimes, you can kind of like poke at someone and they'll give you a whole like reaction. But when you're constantly stabbing against them, you might really ignite someone to take this to a level that you didn't really think it would get to. For me, I'm not going to war with you. I don't want war with you. Just a disclaimer, we don't have nothing inside of our group chats that's worth you reporting to anybody. But like I said before, I do think down the road you're going to see these people are not going to have your back as much as you think they are. And also whatever you're trying to fix by doing this isn't going to stop. I don't think it stops here. There, you know what I mean? I think, sex makes too much money here. The webcam business is booming. All that sex stuff is put on the internet anyway. I think what it really is that the American comes here, makes money, and they don't break bread, right? Like they don't break off the bread. The mom and pop shop around the corner has to pay somebody just to be able to be there. The gringo doesn't. So because the gringo doesn't have to pay someone to be there, it now becomes an operation of, we got to shut this down. It works for now until they find a way to monetize it, and then they go, hey, Rob, thank you for your service, but we don't need you anymore. So I just think you should think about it like that.
Yeah, look. Here's the thing. I'll tell you. Look, when these guys got my account shut down, every day my DMs are full of people. Right, my account got shut down for 10 days, and ain't no one trying to find me. So I know, like, I'm very well aware of what's going on. Right, I'm not stupid. Not even close. So everybody has their own agenda. I have my own now for what we're doing, man. Like, when I started making the content, it was literally, I made one post. I had no intention of making 2 or 3, but I can be the voice to actually try to shed light and try to keep guys safe. So even if I don't necessarily agree with everything, I'm gonna try to keep, and for everyone that's watching this, like, hey, you might see me as an enemy, but like, I'm going to still keep trying to keep you safe, even if you are doing stupid stuff here, right? Like it is that simple. Like, I'm going to expose the girls. Like, I'm going to try to find them. I'm going to try to have them arrested, do everything that we can, share their faces. Like, I'm still going to always have your back to a degree. Right. All I'm trying to get to stop is the other stuff, because, man, when it stops, it gets better for everybody. So for me, it's worth doing. Look, everybody that's done anything in life that's been worth talking about, someone told them what you told me. Hey, nothing's going to change. You ain't going to be able to pull that off. Right. Stuff like that. And you have to ignore it and continue to move forward. Right. So I'm going to continue just to move forward and try to create something better, and then to be valuable in the town outside of that. Look, because like what you talked about is very real. Right, where people are monetizing this stuff and just taking that bread back home, and that not enough people here are getting a piece of the action. Right, that is very much real. Right, so what I'm looking at doing right now, even, right, and I'll lay it out for you guys. If you looked at the thing today, like, I'm rolling out a course to help guys learn how to go remote, do sales and marketing. We're gonna let Colombians come in and learn for free, help them try to get jobs, so be an asset there. And then I'm gonna take the money that we're gonna make from that, and we're gonna start to roll it back into the community. First thing is, we're gonna try to make sure every kid in Medellin has a bed. We're gonna feed families in the barrios. Like, I'm gonna be an asset in this city, using the revenue that comes from the content to then put it back in the city and do the very thing that they're angry it's not happening right now. Right, so like you had it right there. That it's a big piece of it, man. So it's simple, man. Like, you people, if you think about it, you know what the problem is. The city's telling you what they're doing about it. Guys just need to slow down enough, man, and then do something. I seen someone here put Ronan's the nicest guy, right? You don't show women, go after someone who's doing something wrong. Yo, I have a screenshot of Ronan in the group telling everyone to go mass report that dude. I don't know what he does. That is the most beta on. Simple, man. How many grown-ass men go tell people, yo, go mass report his count. Let's go what time it is. That's some goofy. That's why you guys are getting jammed up right now. Imagine being a grown-ass man doing this little circle of guys going and then bragging about it, to each other, man. And then going and trying to harass my wife. Bro, you come at my wife, that's the thing. Like I just was trying to talk about before. You don't even have to worry about me, guys. With my wife, you don't have to worry about me. Put it that way. But you're going to find yourself in a world.
Well, I mean, that's lame. I don't contacted somebody's wife, but then again, man, some of the people space are disgusting people. So I want to read some of these super chats. I don't know if you want to stay on, man. I would like for you to stay on as long as possible because I'm sure people want to. I think this is if you have time, this is the night to flush all this out because I want to talk about a little bit of everything, kind of what you think passport bros or travel bros should start doing more of instead of just what they should do less of, but more of. And I want to read people's comments. And if you want, give anybody the opportunity that might want to come on here and talk to you personally. Or if not, then I won't. But I want to read some of these comments real quick.
I'm here alone, bro. I got plenty of time right now, so let's go ahead.
So retired civilian man, thank you for the $10 super chat. He says, "Tell Rob he's a Fed and do something useful and eliminate my taxes." All right, dog. This shit trolling. All right, man.
Bro, if I was a Fed. If I was doing what I was doing, because feds get taken out by the people that run this town, bro. So I ain't no Fed.
Says, you need to put away. So he's trolling here. He said, so someone needs to put pause on him. I mean, he's just trolling tonight. Says, I think he's one of those guys that never got into a fight because he's white.
That's funny. This is the funniest thing, guys. Like, I know I'm a pretty ass guy. I got blonde hair, blue eyes. I could get the baddest chicks. Bro, I grew up in the streets. But you know what I learned? I dropped out of high school. I have a GED, and I built a company that does $1.3 million a month. You don't do that and being some asshole. You got to up. You got to know how to present yourself. You got to know how to carry yourself, right? Scars across my head, across my eyes. I taken fence posts across the head. I've been stabbed. I have been shot at. Bro, I have been in the streets more than half that try to rep the streets. I just 40-year-old man trying to still be 16 years old, guys. But if you want to try to put hands on me anytime you see me out in Medellin and Poblado, you're free to do so. Just know, I'll warn you here that I'm never by myself. So move fast because you got about 2 seconds to try to get it in and you're finished. But go ahead.
Someone asked, Jalen S1 says, can we have parties overseas or no, not for gain? Yeah, I was going to say, so do you think dudes shouldn't have parties overseas or stuff like that? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, man, have parties, guys. Just don't broadcast it and stuff. Cause you just said it, man. Like, why are they pissed off? They see what is going on. They're not included in it. They're pissed off about it. If you just remove the see about it out of the equation, a lot of the problem goes away.
Hold on, I got a lot of people sending in money, man. I appreciate you guys. Someone just sent another super chat. Let's get it. Brother, yes. Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming in with the Cash App, Brody. Hold on, where did Rob go? Rob just disappeared. See if he comes back.
Yo, when you got the super chat, it went all crazy.
Okay, try to wait, hold on. Yeah, try to refresh or like turn your camera off and turn it back on. For those of you guys that want to come on and talk to Rob, any of you guys that have donated tonight, I will drop the link and you guys could come on and speak to him. If you would like to come on, I will drop the link for you and you guys could donate. You guys can come and talk to him. So basically, from what
I'm gonna get my laptop real quick so I have better connection here than my phone.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, we can still keep talking right now. I'm just gonna get on here.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, your whole thing is that you're trying to shut it down. So it really doesn't matter if a passport bro goes at you or like reports you or not. If they're doing something that doesn't fall in line with what Medellin has planned at this point in time, you're saying that that you're gonna put them on blast and things like that. But what do you have to say to the content creators that are coming here and making content, how they should move, right? Because you said that they don't care. They don't care that the people are making content, right? Like that's not an issue if they're making the content. But like, what specifically should be taken out of the content?
I mean, I think that's simple, man. Like, take out like the sexual stuff, right? Take out especially like being in the clubs, right? The throwing of money, like dancing on chicks, throwing the money, walking up to chicks, spinning them in circles, grabbing chicks by the throats, right? I mean, all this stuff is really like, I think, common sense stuff like that guys don't really need me to tell them, I don't think, man. Like, and just do the opposite. Like, you know the things that the Colombians are most proud of, that they like to share with the world, that they want to share with the world, like, just and do more of that. Right? Hey, come here and like actually be an asset while you're in town. Like, do something that's positive. I mean, I don't think that I don't think it's anything that's real like rocket science, or like, I don't have any kind of thing profound to tell them.
Okay, we just got another Cash App from Bingo. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, man. This is gonna be going on all night, but I gotta again, brother. Yes. Okay, so I got a couple more super chats I want to read, and then if any of you guys want to drop a link and you donated, I will let you on. If you guys got questions or you guys got smoke, this is y'all time to ask real questions. I know a lot of y'all want to come on and go at them and talk about fighting, but I really think for me, and I've been saying it for the last couple streams, I just wanted to understand your mentality behind it. So now that I could understand where you're coming from, I can't really be mad at it. I'm not going to say I'm happy for it, because I do think you're going to put a lot of people on blast. Like I said before, a lot of these other people might be sending you people just for the sake of, hey, I kind of just want you to go at that guy, right? I'm pretty sure 1,000 people are going to hit you up about me after this stream, but that's the only thing that I think you should be careful of. And then also one more thing, are you not afraid of like?
Here's the thing, I've already known about you, bro. But you know what? Like, I haven't even, honestly, because you popped up when someone said something about, you made a video that was like, I think you shared one of my videos, and it was like, you may know me. I didn't know who you were at the time. Right. But like, I don't know what it is, but when I seen your stuff, like, nothing even really set me off to kind of dig too much. I think sometimes you could just feel the energy and vibe on someone. Not to say that maybe you don't have some of that stuff, but nothing even has sent me down like the rabbit hole. So I've known who you are, and you know, like I'm not doing anything, right? Here's the thing: if guys want me to leave them alone, I got something for you. Load my DMs and pictures of chicks that have been drugging guys, and you won't see me post about a passport bro for a long time.
Hey, I was gonna get to that. I was like, hey, if you gonna go for the passport bros, you definitely got to go for the scope queens with the same kind of energy.
I'd much rather be going after them. Here's what happened. And look, Capo will tell you this. I'm like, bro, Capo, I'd much rather be doing them, but it dried up. Like, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting any women, but I'm getting dudes sending me these dudes every single day.
Yeah. I mean, look, I believe you. That's why I can't even really be mad. I know there's like 100 sending you stuff. Hold on, man. Jay now just came in with a huge Cash App. Brother, yes. Jay now comes in with the $50 Cash App, says for an open panel. So I will open up the panel for free, because he said, listen, just open up the panel. So if you guys come on here, all right, you got to at least cam up before I let you on the panel. Please be respectful. Do not curse too much. I would like this stream to stay monetized. I think this is a good conversation. Can somebody drop Rob's Instagram and YouTube in here so we could put it up so that you guys can follow him? All right.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna jump in on my computer right now too.
Yeah. Do your thing, bro. We here.